Thank you for taking the time to review some aspects of your 360-degree feedback report. If you think back of what you read, which strengths and development areas did stand out for you?
Well, on one hand, I come across as very authentic and believable. And on the other hand, it always seemed to be good for my team how I define goals and tasks, like in a very clear and specific manner. I think they like that, yeah. And they also seem to be very happy about the way how I give them support and how I encourage collaboration.
Absolutely, I agree with them. I couldn't say it better. If you think of other feedback points, which ones would you define the most relevant for you and also for your career?
Well, I have seen some critical feedback about my absences from some people. And also my team would probably appreciate if I was around more often. But you know, it's difficult. I have a lot of meetings, I have a lot of off-site activities, I have to visit the power stations, sometimes even abroad, so that makes it difficult to be available.
Makes it difficult, I understand that. How do you usually organize yourself to see your team?
Oh, and at the beginning we had our weekly team meetings, always on Mondays from 9 to 11. But we had to skip it over time because, that's the point, I wasn't available. I was abroad, I had to attend urgent matters, and so unfortunately we don't do it anymore.
That's a pity, that's right. But I understand. Do you have a deputy?
Not officially, no. But it would really be good if someone could take over when I'm away, absolutely.
Okay, what would you define your personal development goal?
I want to take the next career step. So that means I would like to take over more responsibility and even the lead of a larger team.
You have clear ideas, that's good. How would a deputy support you in this?
Well, you know, if I had a deputy, I could help the person to become even my successor. Yeah, and that would make it much easier for me to switch on one hand, and on the other hand, I could also have more time, or I could free up more time for myself and my personal development.
That's right, I agree. Who would you see as a suitable candidate within your team?
I was thinking about Mike. I mean, he's been a long time with the team. He knows everything very well, and he has a great technical knowledge.
Why do you think he could deputize for you? Why exactly?
Well, you know, I've worked a lot together with him, and he actually knows most of the projects and the project insights, including those projects in which he's not personally involved.
Good. Yes, that sounds promising.
Great, yes.
Do you think there are skills that he lacks to really be a good deputy of yours? I mean,
yeah, well, as I said, technically, no problem, tip-top. But what he could definitely learn or improve is the way how he sets deadlines and offers support when delegating tasks to other team members.
Have you already given him feedback on this point?
No,
did you coach him?
Not much
no
yet,
coaching,
no.
Okay. Do you have ideas on how you could give him support to improve in these skills?
Of course, I mean, we could work a little closer than we did until now. But, you know, I should ask him if he's really willing to take over this job or this role.
That's correct, obviously. You have to ask him first. But I'm sure he should be motivated, and I'm sure you will find, arguments in favor of that. I mean, that shouldn't be a problem. You just said you would work closer with him. What does that mean exactly for you?
Well, you know, sometimes we design large projects or other special tasks, so I would involve him a bit more and early in the design of such things. And of course, I would also discuss project procedures with him, and very important, I would involve him more in the decision-making process. So that would all help.
Some sort of job shadowing.
Yes, kind of, yes.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know, if we want to think of all possible aspects, what obstacles could there be? What could hinder his being a good deputy or becoming a deputy of yours?
Yes, I'm thinking about the other team members. I can imagine there are one or two others who would also like to have the opportunity to take over my deputy when I'm away. I mean, you know, Mike is very respected. I mean, he knows everything very well. He's motivated, he's committed, but still.
I understand. On the other hand, it's your task, it's your role to designate a deputy.
Yes, of course, yeah, but you know, I don't want to create conflicts within the team.
I don't think you need to create conflict. Just be as transparent, as candid as possible. Tell them what the reasons are to have a deputy. You know, I mean, it makes sense. It will should they make them even happy, and be also transparent on the criteria that you based your decision on.
Yeah, I can do that. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
What else do you need to develop Mike to a good deputy? What do you think?
What I surely should do is rework my weekly schedule. My calendar is quite full with meetings and everything, and I need to free up time to be able to spend more time with him.
That's good that you think of that. Mm-hmm. And I'm happy that you're good in organizational matters. You know, that won't be difficult for you. But any other additional resources or anyone else that could support you?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I have to sort it out myself.
How will you know that Mike is actually doing better and progressing in his development?
Well, what I will do is I will review parts of projects or tasks that I hand him over. So, for example, we'll have a closer look on how he divided and delegated tasks to other team members, and so on. And of course, I will give him a lot of feedback on that. That's
a good idea. Make him give you feedback too. Maybe also on how precise or accurate the information is, and make him ask questions. That's very important that you keep this exchange.
Yeah.
By when do you think would he be ready to take over?
Well, it will take time to work this out together, but I believe within like 5 to 7 weeks we should be so far.
Sounds reasonable. Okay. Why don't we agree that you write everything down in your PDP, your personal development plan, so that nothing slips through and we keep track of everything. Just the things that we discussed today.
Is that the empty form at the end of the 360? Okay.
Exactly. You can take that form, and why don't you just fill it out by tomorrow night? You send it to me. We can then review it together if there's anything to be added.
Okay. Yes, sure. Okay, you can do that. Yes, absolutely.
How can I support you as your manager? What can I do?
Well, I think it would be helpful if we could talk regularly about the progress of this initiative, and maybe over time you could give me some tips or some additional ideas. Thinking about that.
Yes, sure, I will do that. I will be glad to do that. Maybe we can extend our weekly or our meetings that we have regularly by, 20 minutes and discuss these matters. Maybe I'll ask you in between if I see you at the coffee how things are working with Mike.
Great.
We can do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you be so kind and send me an Outlook invitation to change that?
Absolutely, I'll update the invitation.
Okay, yeah, good. Well, then, if we do manage to actually, develop a person to your deputy, then your team should be really satisfied about that.
Absolutely, yeah. They will be very happy to have a contact person on site when I'm away. Yes, that's only good. Yeah.
I'll be happy too, for all the times that I'm looking for you and you're not around, for good reasons.
Yeah.
Good. Then I'll expect your PDP, and maybe we can even meet for other matters. Your professional development or your career in general in separate meetings. Is that fine with you?
I'd be very happy about that. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.